Here is the Mathews Halon X. This is the 3D target / hunting bow from Mathews, and it has an IBO of around 330. And as most of you may know, Mathews shooters did particularly well with this bow at the Lancaster archery competition. You can see that its cams are actually rather small in comparison to my Halon 5 to the left. It's quite a bit longer bow. It's up to around 35 axle to axle, and the brace height is substantially larger. This is a 7-inch brace height essentially, and the Mathews 5 over here that I've been using as my hunting rig is the Halon 5, and it's a little bit, obviously quite a bit shorter brace height, 2 inches. I did some updates on my Halon 5, by the way, since some of my previous videos. I've gotten to know it a lot better. I put a longer stabilizer on it, a bee stinger, as well as a kisser button. The other big difference is I went ahead and dropped the draw length to 28 inches versus 29. I was starting to get a little bit of hand slap, or excuse me, slap against the forearm, as you might have seen in those previous videos, and decided that maybe going to a little bit shorter draw length might actually help in that case, as well as just getting the shooting accuracy pretty well. I was getting good shooting accuracy, but I noticed with this little bit longer stabilizer versus the Axon, the little shorter one I had, I was getting substantially more arrows touching, and grouping was getting a lot better. I decided to go ahead and shorten the draw length, and I think that's helping quite a bit as well. So don't be afraid to drop the draw length a little bit. The deer or the turkey won't notice. Anyway, I just recently picked up this Halon X, and this bow I'm just starting to get to know. I also have it at 28-inch draw length, and right now I have it more set up as a hunting rig and a 3D rig, and that's with fixed sights anyway. I might change it over to some really fancy magnified sights for indoor spots later, or perhaps for field archery later, but right now I kind of like the idea of having it as a do-it-all bow. My focus today will be about the Halon X, and I'm going to shoot it through the chronograph. I'm finding it to have a lot of potential for some high-end accuracy, even as a modest shooter as myself. The best way I can describe the draw cycles is a lot like the Chill X, and it feels more chill-like than the Halon actually, and that's probably due in part to the smaller cams and the weighted perimeter that you would find on the AVS cams. Well, let me go ahead and shoot it through the chronograph and show you what kind of speeds we're getting out of it. We have a 70 pounds, 28 inches. Again, I'm decided to go with a little bit shorter draw length to see how that improves my accuracy, because even though I've gotten some really good accuracy out of 29 inches, I want to see maybe in the long run whether or not 28 can give me some more competitive shooting ability, especially when I take it out to the 3D range. Anyway, I'm really liking this Halon 5. At first, I was a little concerned about the arm slap and things like that, but as soon as I put that little bit longer stabilizer on it, and even shortening the draw length, I think, all those factors are really starting to make this bow a very accurate bow that I wasn't quite seeing when I first started shooting it. So don't give up on the Halon 5 if you're having some accuracy issues of any kind of bow. Maybe a little tweaking, a little bit longer stabilizer, and it wasn't much longer, but it made a substantial difference. I went back and forth and really tried to verify that. Anyway, let me go ahead and shoot that Halon X through, and maybe I'll shoot the Halon 5 just to show you what the 1 inch less draw length did. All right, so we have the Halon X. I should mention that this actually has the 85% rock mods. Gives it a really rock solid back wall, and it really just drops right into it. A little bit faster into the valley than I saw with the Halon 5. The valley felt a little longer in the Halon 5 actually. And that's probably geared towards its target routes. You can get 75% rock mods if you're more serious about target shooting, but I found this to be pretty accurate so far. This is a 380 grain arrow, 28 inches, with a kisser button and peep already in. You can see how solid it is in that back wall. We had 295 on that shot. I've also seen 297. Let me shoot one more. So that's really respectable speeds at a 28-inch draw length. And with a 380 grain arrow at 70 pounds. And the 85% let off. So it's really moving along fine. It'll do the job that you need. Let me shoot another one. I was a little bit up on that one. But I'm getting 297, 295 pretty consistently. $295 again. So we saw 297, 295. So that's with at the 28-inch draw length. That's pretty decent for a 330 IBO bow. I've been more worried about shooting it through the chronograph than really focusing on accuracy, but you can see it's a pretty good little group out of just shooting through the chronograph. Let me go ahead and I've been taking the Halon 5 out for hunting. Got a turkey this season with it. I might throw a quick video on there, and I'm taking it bear hunting. And doing real well with it. But I felt like the accuracy wasn't quite where I was, related to maybe to the top-heavy nature of it. So I put a little longer bee stinger on it, really improved the accuracy of this bow. So if you're having some issues, it's maybe a little bit longer. Stabilizer might be a thing to try out. I also decided to go ahead and go with a little bit shorter draw length. So now I have it at 28 inches. My previous videos I had 29, and I put a kisser on there. I'm curious if it's going to slow it down a little bit. We've got around 320 feet per second when it was at 29 inches, and now it's at 28. Is this world's expert scientific aiming and chronographing? No, but this gives you an idea what would happen in your backyard. .310. So I'm going to take that as probably the best shot. Yeah, so I felt like the Halon, the draw cycle is excellent. The vibration is minimal. It feels a little bit kind of like any of the other ones you've been kind of experiencing if you've shot the Halons already, or if you shot the Chill, but particularly the no cam. It has that basic, just a little bit of something, but no real vibration. Nothing's quite meets the no vibration of a no cam, but this is really, really good. I'm excited about using this in maybe hunting scenarios as well as target 3D this summer. Let me go with it. The Halon X and the Halon 5 aren't really that far off in speed, which is a little bit surprising on these tests. We're getting about 10 feet per second difference. So I really think that the Halon X might make a really good hunting option as well. I like the draw cycle a lot on this, and I like the short axle to axle for hunting. But I see a lot of potential for really great accuracy with that Halon X. Well, I hope you got something out of these reviews. It was certainly fun to shoot the bows anyway, as I try to figure out where I want to go with my archery needs. Hope you enjoyed the video. Take care. Bye.